record. Charles, have those ones, did you see those locations that Ita is talking about?
Yeah, I saw them and I'm sorry I could not respond before. It was kind of a tough week for me.
Oh, sorry. Exams or?
I'm hoping. Yeah, the exams.
Oh, how's that going?
Yeah, I have the last one next week.
Oh, wow.
On Thursday.
Wow, exciting.
Yeah, so
all the best.
Thank you.
So when do you think we can get the coordinates? Do you have them, or is it Mtali you have to talk to Mtali?
I'm trying to look at the specific sites. Cannot find the list.
There's a list you sent me, but those sites are not on it.
Yeah, I'm trying to find which sites were missing. I think I only saw and read about the short beach.
Okay, let me just check because there was more than that.
Outside of the campus, if that's what they might want to reach that. Yes. Oh, I don't mind. I'm fine.
Okay, I think I've seen the email. The sites.
Okay, I'm also going there just to check. I'm on the spreadsheet.
Yeah, the first question was on Hemingway's Boatyard and Hemingway's Hotel. Yeah, and Justin said they are two different places.
Physically, I'm below my age.
Yes, and then
Short Beach is just like on the mouth of the creek.
Yes.
If from the top you can see. Yeah.
Oh, I found out where Short Beach was. I saw on the map where it is, but there was another one.
Yeah.
There was another email where there were some sites I had not mapped because in the data set I had, they were not positive. But
yeah,
from what Ita has done, they are positive. I can't find that email thread. Where is it?
Yeah, it's the one on January 19th.
Okay. Okay. If that is the case, and I'm allowed on campus, I'm fine with the way the schedule is now.
I can't see it. Ita?
Yeah, I'm looking for
Is it? Oh, okay.
I realize we're all in this discussion. So let me call Marina see. Okay.
Okay, there it is. So what you want me to? It's just a few sites. It's Mtoa Mawe, plot 28, Kanani, plot 10.
Ah, yeah, I see that.
Kidafaraji, plot 3, and plot 29.
Oh, okay. All plots will have their coordinates because they are in the marine park.
All of those are in the marine park.
The plots, like plot 28, plot 10, plot 3, plot 29, they're in the marine park. Kanani, I should have the coordinates for Kanani. It's a big and famous fishing site. But it's north of the creek, north of Watamu.
In Russia, we have.
Oh, Kanani is not Watamu.
Arusha it's plot 28.
Yes, Arusha, ITA is mapped. So that plot 28 is the same as Arusha.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to put that in the data, Dini, but I didn't see it.
And then Mtomao is in the creek and also Kidafaraji.
Yeah, okay. I'm just trying to work out if I can go to campus or not. Ah, okay.
Which one is in the creek?
Mtomao and Kidafaraji there.
You sent her phone number to me, please?
Okay, and I think Mtoamawe, let me just check on the spreadsheet you sent.
Do we need the coordinates or do we need just their location?
We need the coordinates, but if you don't have the coordinates, then I can make some. So if you have the general location, but you don't have the coordinates, then I can fill them
Okay,
in.
I'll just ask Mtali in a minute because he has our best estimate of the exact location, even if it doesn't appear in the map. I only know that it's in the creek.
Mtoamawe.
Mtomao is one of the channels in the creek. And
Okay.
then on the fourth question about the sites that are not in Watamu.
Is it Arusha? Is Arusha Mida? Is the same?
No, they are different. There is plot 28, which is Arusha, like where the organization is, and there is Arusha Mida, which is an establishment by the organization to help the community, and it's used as a landing site. So they are two different places.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so from the list that I have, plot, we need location for plot 10, plot 3, plot 29, and Toamawi.
I'll get that soon.
Okay, thanks. I have for Kanani and I have for Arusha. And Kidafaraji, do I have? Hold on, let me just check.
Most likely you don't have.
No, because it's not in the Watamu or?
It's a small site in the creek. No, some of them they are just like small sites, and if you get the coordinates, they will be on the map. They will be like included in part of the big site. But I will ask Mtali to provide some exact estimates.
So when you say part of the big site, like the block?
Yeah, part of the block. That's what I mean.
Okay, so if we can find the block, no.
Yeah, that's what
okay.
that's what I will ask Mtali from Tali.
Maybe just ask him specifically for those ones, and whatever he gives you, we'll just use.
Yeah. Yeah. And then on the sites, the long list of sites, there are some that are not in Watamu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Lamu General.
Yeah, okay.
And Malindi General. These are not in Watamu.
Yeah, for sure. And the rest are?
Maybe Charles, go through each
Yeah.
and every one of them so that ITA can update as we go through, because there are many. So you just go from top and say which one is not in Watamu.
Okay, I'm doing that again. I done, and these are the only two that I identified.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Wait, and the other one you said is not, so Kanani is not in Watamu?
No, Kanani is
No,
there.
Kanani is
It's
in
in
Watamu.
Watamu.
So Kita Faraji?
Lamu General. Sorry?
So Kita Faraji, right? You said one
No,
more.
no. He's
Also?
on item 4 on your email. You know,
Yeah,
you
but
gave a long list of
before you said also that one of these guys is also not in Watamu, right?
no, all those not
No,
mapped
all
are
of
in
them are in
Watamu.
Watamu.
Oh, no, okay, sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, there are only those two, Malindi General and Lamu General.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Those have been accounted for.
And a quick question, does it mean that all these sites, there were data on turtles with Fibro?
All the sites.
Or is it a list of all the sites?
This is like the number 4 is a list of all the sites. Number 3 are sites that do have cases in them, like from like new cases, for mostly new
Okay.
cases.
Oh, from 2020.
Yep.
Aha.
We got an
Okay,
upgrade.
so wonderful. Okay, it's not wonderful really. It's war work, but it's good.
Yeah, no, it's actually cool. Like there's less Fibro in 2020. Like I'd like to go over the results now if we're done with this, because like I redid the analysis with the new data.
Okay.
So some stuff changed a bit. So
I think 2020 is a little bit dynamic.
The what?
Sorry there?
I think 2020 is a little bit dynamic because our proxy of getting Fibro turtles is based on the fishing, and some of the fishing activities in 2020 have been really disrupted.
Because of the pandemic.
Yeah, and also there was a kind of crackdown on illegal fishing gears. So not so many fishermen go fishing as usual.
Interesting. So we might need to. So you're saying maybe we should ignore 2020? That would be easier.
No. I think we added.
Yeah, I think we add it, but in case it compromises the results or tries to shift the results to focus on something else, then that can be used as a kind of trying to explain why it's shifting that way.
Yeah. I mean, like if the fishing like habits change dramatically, could be an issue. Let's say if like certain sites
like
are not fished.
you still have the general data for bycatch.
Yeah, of course.
If
It's
you can
all.
observe from the general trends, especially from March, the total number of turtles caught is like really decreased and started to rise again somewhere around September, October.
Yeah. So it's actually not what I'm saying. Okay, let's go over the data, right? Like the results.
Okay.
Okay, share screen. Okay, cool. So, you know what? One thing before this is that. No, we'll get to that in a second. So I took the new data that was sent to us, which includes all of 2020, and it was way cleaner. So I really didn't have to do a lot of adjustments. Well, some, not a lot. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Okay, so like caught in 2020, so I'm not seeing a big difference here. Except like doesn't look like big difference. Okay, so that's interesting. So I added like all the sites, all the different stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Still not exciting. Okay, so yeah, so there is seasonality, like we can find seasonality in the bycatch data. Right, you can see here in the ocean seasons, it's pretty clear. It's also ANOVA on that. Also in on land seasons, it's even clearer. Also in the monsoon seasons. Also the ANOVA, repeated measures ANOVA for the seasonality of captures, the bycatch data is, yeah, statistically significant on ocean seasons and land seasons. Right, so you can do either. Also monsoon seasons, we can also use that if we want. Fibro seasonality. So this is 2020 Fibro prevalence. So it's lower for sure than 2019 and 2013, like the big years, which is interesting. Oh, and one extra thing I want to say, that there's a column that says total ID in the data, which is supposedly a unique ID of each turtle. And I wanted to ask Justin, like, how do they manage that, right? Because we'll have to put that in the papers at some point. Because we've been, for now I've been just using that as, you know, like a source of truth. But I think we'll need to get some, because like, you know, how, like, like how. To me, it is unclear how they did this, but I've been using it.
I think that they linked the tag, the rehab, and the bycatch turtles using turtle ID. So you don't have to do what we were doing before, which is jumping and checking, is this rehab one in bycatch or not? You'll be able to tell from the turtle ID. It's the same for the bycatch and any turtle that's admitted into rehab. I think that's what it's used for.
Yeah, me too, but I'm not like, but the thing that all turtles have turtle IDs. So even the ones that didn't have tags and all of that, you know, so they did some extra, right? Because we used like different methodologies to adjust for untagged turtles. So the question is, what did they do? Which I didn't actually, I didn't look deeply into that. I was just hoping to get them to tell.
I think they just gave every turtle an ID. So it doesn't tamper, it doesn't tamper with the tags, but every turtle court just got a new ID, I think. And if
that was the major thing. We developed a unique identifier for every turtle, especially those with tags. But with a placeholder turtle, like a turtle that is not known. So if a turtle did not have an ID, we just give them that have a tag. We give them an ID. Like if you saw the data based on the turtle ID, you'd find there is one turtle which is like really appearing over and over again, and that's the unknown turtle.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean non-turtle? What do you mean?
Unknown.
Like an unknown one.
Yeah, like turtle ID 163, 164, 165. You'll find that like if you just count how many times they appear in the data, you'll find they appear mostly.
Let's take a look. Yeah, so 163, yeah.
Yeah, it appears, it's the non-green turtle, so you find it over and over again appearing.
Wait, so 163 is like an untagged turtle? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, untagged green turtle.
Okay, Interesting.
For me, I think the turtle ID does not affect our data that much. Like,
yeah. Wait. Oh, this we did. Okay, so have to think about it a bit. What does that mean? But cool. So anyway, I've just used that as yeah. So basically, you're saying that all untagged turtles are considered like the same turtle.
yeah, because you cannot know them, you cannot identify them individually.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. I'll think about it. Let's see. Try to understand what that means. Yeah. So this is the Fibro by month. Like, yeah, I can see seasonality here, right? Like these guys, right? All the 6 to 12 seems pretty lower. And doing statistical tests, we're also seeing that. Blah, blah, blah. And this graph that I like, you can also see like a rise actually in captures in 2020, and a drop in Fibro, and also like an absolute drop in Fibro.
Yeah.
So both in prevalence and in the actual numbers, you see like a drop in Fibro in 2020.
That's really interesting, because the other thing that happened in 2020 was a drop in the number of people traveling, which means the hotels had less visitors and the population in Watamu was less. So if down the line we find out that fibro is related to stuff going into the water like sewage and all sorts of stuff, maybe that's a kind of link we can look into.
Yeah, I mean, like how long does it take to develop the tumors?
How do they develop the tumors?
Yeah, like how long? Like, is it like a month or a year? You know?
In the field, it's not been as certain as it's not been certified, but then in lab experiments, it's anything from like 13 to 48 weeks. I think I put it in the paper somewhere. So
seriously?
It can be more than a year.
Super fast.
So, well, 48 weeks is like more than a year, right?
Oh, but you said 13, right?
Almost a year.
Yeah, it can develop pretty fast. Let me where's this paper about? Hold on. I put it in the discussion.
Cool, I missed that. Okay, so yeah, so anyway, that's interesting here. Anything?
15 to 43 weeks.
15. Wow. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So pretty. Yeah, it takes a while.
So this.
I mean,
but
yeah.
15 weeks. This could mean, yeah, this could be due to less human activity. Interesting. And will be interesting, like more interesting, you know, next year. Although we see from here, right? If this is anything we can learn from, is that it goes up and then goes down very sharply.
It does go up and down, and this is like a trend. I put it in the discussion as well. It's like a lag trend. It's like, you know, it's similar to that 15 to 43 weeks lag period, right? So depending on the turtle's health, age, and environment, whatever, the length of time it takes for the disease to manifest varies. So like these peaks we're seeing here tells me that these turtles are all sort of sharing the same environment, and as we've seen in our results that it's mostly juveniles and they're staying around Watamu, they're not going out. So they're all exposed to the same environmental factors, which means that that lag period for them to develop the disease should be the same, right? Because they're all the same age as well. So we're lucky that naturally we have all these control factors in terms of environment and in terms of age.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about sex, but those peaks just tell me that the lag period or the lag time for the disease to develop in Watamu is anything a year or less. Well, even less. You can say like,
Yeah, because you're saying like this because there's such a sharp difference between 2012 and 2013, right?
yes, exactly. And the same with like,
Okay. So you said
was
we
it
see it,
2018 and 2019?
yeah, so
Yeah.
we see it developing. The put it in a statistical wording. So like the between year variance. No, it's not just okay. Never mind. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yes.
The progression is yeah, because our turtles stay in the same place, and this did not come through immigration of turtles from other places, because our turtles are young and they don't immigrate, which is actually something we should check though, right? If that's something that we want to say, like there was no like massive immigration in 2013 and 2019.
Yeah, Justin's been trying to check like what any kind of major factors, but he hasn't gotten any real answers on that. And honestly,
the date,
huh?
like the size of turtles in 2013 and 2019 compared to the size of turtles.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see.
And then we'll see if they're like, if there's like, because this could happen in right either, right, because you're saying that this did not happen because of new turtles, and new turtles would be old, right?
Exactly.
So
Exactly. All these
this,
turtles are like juveniles. So it's not like an immigration of sick turtles that caused it. It's like the population sickness increasing.
yeah. So what do I want to do? No. Something. All right, so what are we seeing here? So 2013 size is actually decreasing, which is good. And 2019, so yeah, it's not, there was no like a massive influx of turtles from this super basic analysis I did now, but maybe I should do something more serious. All right, I need to do.
Okay, Ethan, maybe you can do it like on the side and let us know, because
yeah,
I have
I'm
to do other things.
yeah, of course. I'm putting it here as a to do for me.
Okay.
Of course.
I'm. Yeah, yeah, many
Just
things.
a sanity
Anyway.
check. Yeah, it's just a sanity check, and it looks good from this like from this very basic test. Okay. Let's go back to some interesting stuff. So, not interesting. Okay, so this is sort of interesting. This is by seasonality. The bars are by month, and we're looking at Fibro. This is by ocean season. You see anything interesting here, or because this is the new stuff, right? 2020.
Right. Now this still looks the same.
Yeah, it's like much lower, and Kusi is much lower. Okay, next.
Who is that?
This is
Yes.
Nijim.
Jen.
Nijim.
Nishim. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. It means star in Arabic.
Oh.
Yeah. Lots of cats in this house. Okay, so not informative. Okay, so these are the Friedman tests for seasonality. So looking at land seasons, we have Fibro seasonality, but it couldn't find seasonality under the ocean seasons. It could find it on land. So I don't know. What do you think? Like I could.
You said there's no seasonality in ocean seasons?
Yeah, I couldn't find from this test, but like
That's,
such
you
a
know, it's,
high p-value is weird. Let's visualize it. So this is land, and this is yeah.
yeah, I think, you know, like the ocean seasons, like which are more standard. I think that's
Okay, I'll stick to that.
in line. Yeah, it's if
Done.
it was suddenly significant, then I would be worried actually, because
Okay.
all those other 18 years it wasn't, and then suddenly you add one,
Yeah,
and it
for sure.
becomes significant. Yeah.
For sure, it's probably a data artifact. Okay, so never mind the land seasons. Okay, so this is some location analysis. So this is just a logistic regression by location. And some interesting stuff. So it's almost all statistically significant, right? We get like 7%, 6%. It's like the worst for CMS and South Ocean. And yeah, so we have ICS, lots of Fibro, very significant. And the rest are, and North Ocean also, and the rest are, yeah, less of an effect, like less Fibro and also less significant, but also still almost significant.
Okay.
So like 0.6 or 0.7, 0.06 or 0.07 p-value, which is not bad. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. What's this? Oh, this is Friedman on the locations. So significant, which is good, right?
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess most of this is like sanity checks. So this is Fibro by year and location. This is like also, you know, these graphs. I think here we can see them all together. It's interesting. So interesting that it went down in South Ocean and North Ocean, right, from 19 to 20. Big drop, but CMS and ICS, right? Those are the creek sites. And in the creek, it didn't really go down. but it only went down in the ocean.
Right, but that creek mouth site was one of the hot spots. So it looks like it's still a hot spot.
Yeah.
It's the Southern Ocean one I'm interested in. Why did it go down so much?
Yeah.
Huh. And then, sorry, just go back
all
up.
these graphs updated. Yeah.
Just go back to that graph we were looking at.
This one?
Yes. Okay. Okay. So, okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking of the discussion and the conclusions we drew, and it's similar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that the sites behave differently.
Yes, in the Northern Ocean, which is a major cause of infection. Oh, and Southern Ocean, but you can see in 2019 the Northern Ocean, especially, and 2005 and 2007 Northern Ocean, it was something. But then 2013, which was the other big spike we saw, and 2019 it was also Southern Ocean. So in 2020 they're both low, which is consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting to me. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is cool. These graphs, I redid them with 2020, so I can send them to you later. Right?
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, Southern Ocean. We went down here. This actually looks like a bug.
Ita,